My name is Chase. I don't know anything about movies, but here we are. We're going to talk about all of Willem Dafoe's movies. This week was a Halloween episode. We watched Shadow of the Vampire 2 nights ago, starring Willem Dafoe as Max Schreck and John Malkovich as Friedrich Moonrau or something. Some German last name. Shadow of the Vampire is about the 1922 movie Nosferatu, where there were a bunch of rumors on set for that movie that Max Schreck, the man playing Nosferatu, was a real vampire, and that he was up to some weird shit when they were filming that movie. So this movie is like a fictional take on that whole story. Willem Dafoe plays Max Schreck, Nosferatu. Here he is. You can see him. He looks pretty fucking wild. So Malkovich plays this director, Friedrich, and he's making a movie about this vampire. And he's hired this dude, Max Schreck, to play Count Orlok, Nosferatu, the vampire guy. And he's told everyone in the company that that's shooting the movie, Max is like this super intense character actor. He gets really into the role. He's been living in this spot for 2 weeks before any of us got here. You're only gonna see him in full makeup, and you can only address him as Count Orlok. That's all he is. He's this dude. He's playing this dude. He is this dude in his head. Blah blah blah. And then so we first see Max come out, and he looks crazy. And you're thinking, wow, that's a crazy looking actor, dude. Blah, blah, blah. But then as the movie goes on, people start to get really weirded out by him. He's starting to seem a little less actory and a little, he's going a little crazy. He's getting too into the role of a vampire man. He's drinking blood, eating creatures, and then he starts attacking people. And you're like, whoa, this dude's going nuts. But then, you see Malkovich try to reason with the dude, and he's like, stop fucking up my movie, man. We had a deal, dude. And then Orlok's all pissed off because he can't attack all these people and go all vampire on them. And then you start thinking, is this dude even really an actor, or is he a vampire, you know? There's a scene where he's sitting with a couple dudes that were working on the movie, and he catches a bat out of the air, and he just starts slurping down the blood, you know? And you're thinking, all right, hey man, I don't know how human this guy is. And then people start disappearing off the set when the director's gone because Orlok had killed the cameraman. Or not killed, but almost killed the cameraman. So we had a new cameraman. Everyone's disappearing off the set. And then you just see Orlok eating some dude up on a boat. And then it's revealed that he's not actually human, that he is a vampire, that Friedrich had found because he read this book about vampires, and he wanted to make a movie about a real vampire, and he had hired this woman that he knew would be tempting to the vampire as pay almost to make this movie about him. And then there's only 2 dudes left in the acting company. Orlok's fucked a bunch of them up, killed a bunch of them. And then they're filming him attack the woman. They're fine, you can kill the woman. She doesn't know he's a vampire. She just thinks he's really creepy and weird. But the 2 other dudes do. And then they try to raise the door to shine a light on him so it'll explode. But he's cut the cable. And he's like, you think I'm a fucking idiot, man? I'm a vampire. And they're like, ah, fucking shit. And then the dude whips a gun out and shoots him 3 times, and he's like, you fool, you foolish mortal. And then he throws that dude and breaks his neck, and then he chokes the other dude out. And then Malkovich is just rolling the whole time on this old-timey camera, and he's directing Orlok. I don't know if he's going crazy while he's doing it, because Orlok doesn't really care. He's just feasting on this woman that he's killed. And then a couple other members of the company that were outside lift the door up because they hear people screaming and gunshots. And then the sunlight hits Orlok and he like dies. And then you see that Malkovich was the real monster the whole time, like the director dude. Because he was the one who like just killed a bunch of people to make this fucking movie, man, about this vampire dude. So who was the real monster, you know? The guy who was doing all of this? Killing all these people, Orlok? Or was it Malkovich who let it all happen for his own gain? Some say Malkovich. I'd say Malkovich. Well, I wouldn't say he's any worse, but he's a bad dude. Turns out, Malkovich, bad dude. It was a weird movie. I didn't like it like the entire time when I was watching it. Like I was like, this is a mediocre movie. It just seemed like a very 2000s like shitter. But then like after I watched it and I like sat on it, I was like, that was kind of cool. It was kind of a good movie. Willem looked fucking nuts. Crazy. He was like this crazy tiny little... He'd always do this weird thing like... and like hiss at people with his crazy long fingernails. And like threaten them by like pointing his fingernails at him. And he had these crazy pointy ears and he looked all nuts. Willem was great. Once again, Willem made the whole movie for me. Malkovich was great. Willem was great. I give the movie probably 6.5 Willems out of 10. I'd give Willem 8 Orloks, 8 Nosferatus out of 10. Yeah. Next week, what should we watch next week?
Life Aquatic.
Next week we're gonna watch Life Aquatic. So go watch that. We'll reconvene in a week. Thank you for watching Willem's Films. This was a weird one for sure. Hope I did all right explaining that. Thank you. Goodbye.